Hello, Jarrod. Welcome
Hi, Bruce.
to the Unmuted Festival.
Thanks.
Just wonder if you'd like to introduce yourself, your name and where you live.
Yeah, I'm Jarrod McKee. At the moment, I'm living in the city in Flinders Lane, in Melbourne. Uh, I've been with Wild at Heart for 3 years now. I started in Ballarat. Uh, they do we do uh, we do two workshops there a year, a run of two workshops there a year, 8 sessions over 8 weeks, two 8-week workshops, one at pretty much the beginning of the year and one at the end. And I joined up in 2018 on the sort of end of the year one. Um, and yeah, I play guitar and I write songs on that. Um, Sort of like just a genre of sort of, I don't know, alternative sort of rock, pop, guitar based stuff, mainly playing on like acoustic sort of guitar at the moment.
Oh, sounds good. So, how did you find out about the Wild at Heart program?
I had, at the time, I had a sort of a good NDIS support coordinator who I just joined up with a few months before I joined with Wild at Heart in Ballarat. Um, and he was talking to me a lot, asking me a lot about my interests and stuff, because he was trying to get an idea of what support programs we could sort of bring in. And I sort of talked to him a fair bit about music and my interest in that. And as he found out in his research, and as Phil's the head of our organisation has been talking about the last few years, there aren't sort of many organisations in Melbourne or Victoria who do this sort of thing. Um, and so during his research, he found Wild at Heart and came along with me to a session, which was the first session of the final run of workshops for 2018. And yeah, I kind of got into it from the beginning because it was music based. There were people who were, interested in really, I suppose, playing music in a, in a sort of proper energetic sense. And the people who went to the workshops, it was sort of a creative arts, and still is, but yeah, arts sort of thing where it, you know, an environment where everyone uh, could sort of have the confidence to bring something, positive and something that they were kind of into and interested in, and it was supported by everyone, and where you could just sort of have fun and relax and sort of enjoy it without kind of being sort of judged negatively, which is sort of one of the big, big sort of a big ethos of ours. It's, as you know, Bruce, that we're always pushing strongly.
Yeah, well, that's been a great experience for you, and yeah, look, I'd agree with you. There's doesn't seem to be anything else quite like this around, and it's been a
Yeah.
terrific program to be a part of. Just wondering if there's anything that the unmuted audience might not know about you, Jarrod, even if they know you.
Yeah, like I will sort of prefer to, do the Zoom meetings we're doing at the moment with the coronavirus lockdowns in Melbourne. I'll sort of prefer to do it outside, rain, hail, or shine. Just, just sort of part of the way I feel at the moment. I feel better, connecting online with the group and people sort of outdoors. So it can be sort of, it's stressful, it's sort of painful some days, but it's sort of positive experiences, fun experiences, and kind of just sort of builds positivity within me.
Yeah, well, that's
We're
great.
doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to find something that really works for you, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
just wonder if we talk about your creative pursuits for a little while. Um,
Yeah.
what, how does it feel when you're in the creating process, or when you've been successful making something new?
Yeah, well, I was going to sort of talk a little bit about the first song I did in Ballarat in 2018 with Wild at Heart. Uh, Before that, I played a lot of, like, I played my guitar a lot, um, and I strummed around on it, but I couldn't sort of find the confidence to connect, I don't know, chords, sounds, and make a sort of actual song and that kind of thing. And I've been wanting to do it for years before that. And when I sort of started, Phil was my first mentor in Ballarat, and right away I was able to, through his musical knowledge and mentoring, I was able to sort of construct a song. It was something that I was kind of happy, happy with, and sounded good, and I kind of just, you know, like a lot of people at Wild at Heart, I kind of just launched into the writing, creative making process from there. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. And what about when you've had the chance to show that to other people? To like at those workshops, there's usually some opportunities to share what you've done. How's that for you?
Yeah, well, when I shared that first song with the Ballarat group, everyone was talking about that it was really good, and that was sort of really encouraging. I find it hard to take in um, positivity, like people's positive comments and compliments and that kind of thing, and that's just kind of, I don't know, a lifestyle thing where I'm sort of at in my mind at the moment in my life, stuff that I'm working through. But uh, you know, um, yeah, as you know yourself, Bruce, when the group give you that support, you can't deny that sort of positive um, sort of lift that it gives you inside. Yeah, it's something pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing to get the feedback from other people who are doing something similar, isn't it? It is really
Yeah,
great. So,
yeah.
so if you think about the things that you like to write about or complete, etc., what would be your main inspirations for the new work you're creating?
At the moment, looking at chord structures,
Okay.
trying to connect, uh, you know, melodic, the melodic sounding chords. Um, and I think lyrical wise, at the moment, I'm sort of writing more about uh, connecting. Well, actually, a new song I'm sort of working on at the moment. I'm looking to write about the connection to Wild at Heart, and how, uh, like, Wild at Heart has been such a warm, sort of encouraging, positive place, and to sort of come to, from, I don't know, painful, kind of negative, lonely places in my life, to be coming to a group like that. And the song that I'm sort of working on at the moment uh, is specifically lyrical content is specifically about that. In the recent past, I've written about, uh, as it's sort of related to me in my life, the differences between the darkness that I experience, dark sort of thoughts, feelings I go through, and also positive kind of light um, experience sort of coming into my life in different ways as I move along my journey, and writing about that contrast as well. So that's kind of the content I'm writing in presently.
Yeah, well, that sounds terrific, and it sounds like it's a positive thing for you and your well-being.
I definitely, yeah, like I was, I've talked with the group about this and that kind of thing, that creating, uh, even creating a few chords, well, not creating a few chords, but stringing a few chords together and a bit of a melody here and there on a day can sort of, you know, change your mood completely. Really, you can be negative and in your own head, and then be thinking about music and melody a little bit. It lifts your mood markedly. Yeah.
Music is an amazing thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
something we don't understand, but yeah, it just seems to work. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if we might finish up with some thoughts about the future, and you know, what are your dreams and hopes for the future with your music and art?
Yep. At the moment, I'm working with our one of our kind of most active producers for our music, Danny Ross. I'm working with him on the songs, and he's sort of doing some production work on some of my demos. And I'm looking to create those in pretty much as finalized, complete demo, you know, professionally recorded state as possible. And then when I have the confidence, and when the coronavirus lockdowns end, looking to sort of release that music, I suppose, in the sense of an EP, a 4, 5, 6 song EP, and, you know, moving out to sort of playing would be kind of solo gigs a little bit more, and just to see how that kind of takes with an audience and wider audience and stuff. So that's where I'm sort of looking to head probably in the next year or two.
Here's Jarrod, everyone, put your hands together, and this passed through my eyes.
Not sitting